Good morning, you sexy mamma jammas on YouTube. How the hell are we? Today is now Friday, November 14th. It's about 9:30, 9:42 right now. I've been, we're 102 miles from where we got to go for pickup. We'll be there about noon or so. We'll head out here and we'll do pre-trip, and then we'll get some fuel and do something for breakfast. But I've been searching the load board, looking for a follow-up out of Jersey for Monday, right? So I wound up finding a load out of Taylor, PA, which is a 140-mile deadhead from Morristown, New Jersey. So to have a 15:30 delivery on Monday, we wound up booking this load for Tuesday morning. So after I get unloaded in Jersey or Morristown, I'll deadhead over to Taylor, park for the night, and pick it up around 10 a.m. Tuesday morning. That load goes down to Louisville, Texas. So that's what we got worked out. Went through a bunch of things. I was thinking about Florida. It's just the rates are so good down there. And I wanted to go to Miramar. And I don't know anything about Miramar, but all I know about the word Miramar is from Top Gun. So is Miramar Florida? Is that what Miramar they were talking about when I was like, that's where the Top Gun Academy is? But I seem to think that's in California, though, for the fighter jet. I don't know. I just kind of linked Miramar to Top Gun. I'm like, that'd be cool to go down there and see some Air Force battling, but I don't think that's Florida, now that I think about it out loud. Anyhow, but you know, that's down there near Miami and Hialeah and all that stuff. Nope. You do bad going down as far as Tampa or below Ocala. You get worse when you get further south. But I was thinking about it. Really was. Anyhow, the video that should have been uploaded yesterday is now uploading now, because I edited that. I re-edited that video last night, and then I edited today's video after. And while it was rendering, I should have started uploading that video while I was rendering the next video, but I didn't because I was tired. I went to sleep. I was passed out by 10 o'clock, and I just woke up at 6:30, and you know, of course, the agents and the offices don't open until about 8 o'clock, so I had to wait till they come in and start seeing new load opportunities and all that. And it's Friday, so I wanted to make sure I was booked before the end of day today. Not a great rate, but not a horrible rate either. It was a doable rate. Not an ideal rate for sure, but doable. Anyhow, let's get out and do pre-trip, and then pull over to the fuel here, to the pumps. Fuel down here is not as, I don't think, it's not going to get no cheaper, so I might as well just fill up. I was going to say I'm just going to do the one tank, but no, I might as well just fill up. And I'll fill up again. Matter of fact, I'm not going to fill up here. I'll fill up somewhere else before I head up into Jersey and PA, so I don't have to buy fuel while I'm up in Jersey and PA. Maybe a little bit more pricier than here, but if I fill up now and then travel the 800 miles, I'm going to have to fill up again up there. So I'm not going to fill up now. I'll fill up before I get up. Whatever. I did a search, though. 400 miles from here to Kenley 95 truck stop. So I think that's where I'm going to wind up parking this evening and do a reset and leave out of there Sunday morning. So that'll put me about 400 miles from delivery on Monday. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate all the support. I'm trying to think if I forgot something, because I haven't. If I have, I'll remember it. Anyway, let's get the day going. Let's see how this world goes, and hopefully shipping, the shipping department, the load times are good in Savannah, and we can go head north on 95 all the way. Let's go.
Crack a monster, greet the sun. Big blues humming, ready to run.
So I did forget something in the intro. Today is November 14th, Friday, November 14th. What is November 14th? My Mercer hire date was Monday, May 14th of 2025. So today is my 6-month anniversary of Mercer. So after 6 months, how do I feel about Mercer? The same things that I mentioned around 60 day or 90 day, right? Is the only complaints that I've had. Well, I learned something this morning. It's not really a complaint, it's just an extra thing I didn't know about. And it's just, I guess, if you're going to keep track of your money, you got to do it. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, the biggest thing that I've had with Mercer is not enough freight. Sometimes you have to set a day between loads because of that, or deadhead 300-400 miles because of that. But again, the weekly numbers are still better than where I came from, even though I feel like I guess technically I am working less. But I haven't had to do it yet. I do have access to spot market boards. I was provided to go to the spot market boards if I'm in an area to where I can't find anything worth a shit or something I like or whatever, and I don't want to go 500 miles or whatever. I have the information to where I can log into some boards, spot market boards, and work with an agent to and if I find a load I like, I can work with an agent to get it booked. I haven't used that yet, but I have the information because it was provided to me from one of the agents. Say, here you go, man. Do your thing. I'm not the only one who has access to it. I don't know if it's a time frame to get here to get access to it, or a relationship you build with somebody to get access to it. Now, I don't know if that's all of Mercer's across the board, or if it was just this particular agent. I'm not going to tell you who it was. So maybe there's a main, I don't know, whatever. I haven't had to use that yet, or I haven't chose to use that yet. Probably should, just to get in there and experience that aspect of things. But I learned something this morning. Remember that Knopf insulation that I was from Shelbyville, Indiana, down to Garner, North Carolina? That I wound up showing up at the facility about 3:30 that afternoon for a 7:45 appointment. Put me in the dock at 6 p.m. and I don't get woke up till like 4 a.m. in that dock overnight for 8 hours. I had some detention coming. So I contacted the agent to follow up on it. He's like, yeah, I submitted it. So I recommend you contact Truck Pay and see what their procedure is. I'm like, okay, we'll do. So I contacted them and they say, well, when they pay so quickly, right? Like as soon as the load's dropped, everything's fine. They pay you like right after. A lot of times, or most of the time, or every time, that detention number and paperwork is not included with that. So they pay you off the amount of the trip. And then later on, maybe 3, 4, 5 days later, or whatever it takes, they get the information in the system showing, hey, this driver is owed such and such. And the problem is there's really no notification. It kind of gets put in a hold status. Now, every so often, as she said, about monthly or so, they'll go in there and they'll look at everything that's put on hold status, and they'll pay it out. The way to prevent that is after about 3 or 4 days of your load, call in the Truck Pay so they can manually look on that trip number to see where, if that's been brought in, then if it has, I'll go ahead and pay it out. Which she did. She went ahead and paid it out to me today. But I feel like that's an unnecessary step. I mean, if a previously paid settlement has been altered in any way, whether it be negative or overreach or a detention thing, there should be some sort of notification that comes through. At least I would think. To whomever did that settlement, right? Like, let's say, the settlement's done, then 4 days later, the broker or the agent gets the paperwork back from the broker saying, okay, detention approved, and the agent sends the paperwork over to Truck Pay with that same trip number, then that agent over that trip number should get some sort of a notification where they can go in there and look to see what happened and go ahead and automatically pay that out. Now, I remember getting some random detention payout, I don't know, a few weeks ago. This was for my solar panel loads, and when I was back in July. So 3 months later, I got detention. So I guess that was one of the times they went in and did some cleanup. So I asked her today, since now that I know the process, can you go ahead and look through my account? Because I'm pretty sure I got a couple more detention pays I should be getting. And she said she'll take time to look through it today to see if I have anything else. Because, I mean, otherwise I got to go through every single freaking trip number, right? So she said she would go through today, and see what else, if I had anything else in hold status, and then she'd let me know. But I do know I have another one coming out of the John Deere load when I was in XPO for 4 hours, or I was actually there for nearly 6 hours, but I was paid for 4 hours. And that was from the agent told me, so we've had so much problems out of there, you're getting an estimated this per hour while being there because we're trying to fix their problem. So I know I have that coming. So I just don't know how long it's going to take for that to process, so we'll find that out. But yeah, I still, Mercer, this is where I want to retire. And for me, it's more than money, because the freight argument, you're not going to find one company that's going to have perfect freight all the time. You're just not. You're going to have to sometimes take a $30, $40 load to get somewhere else, to get out of where you're at. I know it sucks. Oh my God, it sucks ass. We know that. We all know that. There's no point in saying, you're running cheap. Shut up. That's what my truck gets after they're cut. So we got to look at everything, the whole aspect of things. I ain't got to do no math. I will tell you right now, in the 6 months, my average rate per loaded mile is $2.08 a mile. That's what I've done in the 6 months. I don't talk about money much. I did the initial, to kind of give you an idea of what could be done, and then the second one I did. Okay, now let's do a test on rate per mile. When it comes down to your money, it's perspective. It's what you need or what you want or what you're comfortable with. It's all about you. Screw everybody's opinion. Yeah, we all want fucking $10,000 a week. That'd be great. It'd be fabulous. Ain't always going to happen. Not for the masses anyway. There's some of you that do that. Easy. But you can't be a new trucker, or even a few years in like me, expected to do 10 grand a week. You're not going to jump into the saddle and do that. Y'all don't understand. You got to earn your shit, man. You got to work, put your fucking time in, put your boots to the ground, grind up, stop being like everybody owes you shit. Oh, nobody owes you a damn thing. Your work ethic is what you earn, period. Sometimes my work ethic is like, fuck it, I want to sleep. Sometimes I'm like, I'm going to grind. Driver conditioning, 741 miles in a day. Shut up about driver conditioning shit. I know that was a bad video to have that topic on, but that happened that day. When I parked after like, 4 hours? Oh, that the driver conditioning you were talking about? Shut up. I love you guys for that, but you know what? Shut up. It's what I've always said. I do what I want. I do exactly what I want. I don't give a damn about your comments or your thoughts. I don't. Can't stress to you how much I don't. Not the ones that want to pick on me anyway, or talk shit. No, but I think I can almost always tell who's picking and who's just being a dick, right? And I can respect most of it. But yeah, man, my opinion on Mercer still 6 months in. It's a great company, man. Great company. Please, oh please, if you're going to use me, I made it so easy for you. Let me get my referrals from you, man. Come on. If I've influenced you at all, I'm going to start putting it up on the screen. I don't give a damn. I'm going to start pushing it because everybody says push it. I don't do that shit. I'm going to start pushing it. Now, I don't really necessarily want more drivers everywhere I'm at, but I ain't going to gatekeep you either. Just because, the more drivers you get, the more competition, the less populated the freaking load, more bees. You know what I'm saying? Well, whatever. I mean, I think everybody feels that way. Stay off my turf, damn it, right? But if you're looking to better yourself, I think Mercer's a great place to do it. You have full control. You can either use a coordinator or not. I choose not to use a coordinator after a few months. I wanted to have full control of my own actions and not have to get a phone call 17 times a day and saying no. But that's just my choice. You can use a coordinator. Well, there's a benefit for a coordinator, definitely. But there's also an annoyance at the same time. So just know that. But I had a good coordinator. Tony was awesome. And me and him still talk. We're buddies. Me and him still chat. He's my buddy. Love the hell out of Tony. If I can ever get some time in Louisville, more than a couple days, I'm going to go hang out with Tony. He don't drink, but I'm going to show him how I drink. So, yeah, I mean, it's good company. It really is. Really is. Everybody's got their tweaks. Nobody's perfect. But when it comes to the people, so freight is what it is no matter where you're at. You're not going to find one company that has the best freight that you want to have all the damn time. It's just not. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you might get lucky. I haven't got lucky. But it comes down for me, more than money, is the people that I work with. And Mercer has crossed those boxes for me. I like it here. I do. I'll never lie to any of you. So when it comes to referral, look at the description of my video. The very top link goes to my website. The very top of the home page, you'll see a button or a title that says "Interested in Mercer? Use my truck number in the referral box." And it says "Apply now." That little button that I put on there, that button takes you directly to Mercer's driver application. You ain't gotta do shit. Click my website, click that "Apply Now" button. Go to there, fill that shit out, put my truck number in as a referral box. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. If I've done any influence on you at all. So a lot of people have said, "Hey, I've used your box," but I've never gotten a referral. And I've even spoke to a couple people about that. They say, "Well, listen, man, it just comes down to what comes on the application. If you don't put my name, Larry Walker, or my truck number 24775 in the referred by who box, I'm not getting credit for it. It's got to be done on the application process. It can't be done once you get to class. It can't be changed. It's got to be done on the initial application. So please remember that if you want to virtually thank me for being so transparent about the company that I'm with out here doing what I do. Anyway, 6-month anniversary. 1 3/4 thumbs up. Just because of lack of loads sometimes. I think that's a very accurate rating. There you go. All right, we are 66 miles from our pickup in Brunswick, passing Brunswick, Georgia right now. We got to go to exit 94, and we got 10 miles to go off of that exit. Let's keep it getting. Let's get it getting. Keep going. Whatever. Well, I remember that talk I said you had to call in about detention pay that owed to you. I just had $500 deposited into my account. One for like $242, one for like $256. So 2 different deposits off 2 different detention trips. So yeah, just know if you have or think you have detention coming back and you've been in communication with the agent, then just know that, okay? If you're with Mercer right now, if you feel like you haven't been paid detention, call Truck Pay. Have them do a sweep on your account on your loads to see if you have detention. Because I got 2 notifications back to back, totaling about right at $500. There you go. The more you know. That makes a total of $610 today of lost detention that I probably would have gotten eventually. But since I made the phone call and learned this and requested a sweep on my account, I'll take it. Gimme, baby. Gimme. Give me my money, damn it. Oh! Yeah, your boy's a dipshit. I missed my exit. I wasn't expecting it to be a veer off. I was going, whatever. I didn't recognize the exit, and I passed. I had to go down and turn around and come back. And I ended up turning around and I got myself in a tighter spot than I should have, but I ended up going into a AMC movie theater parking lot. I guess good thing at noon there's no matinees. They weren't full, so. What is this? This is confusing me of how this is supposed to branch off. Is that an exit or is that like a... Oh, yeah, okay, it is an exit. This ain't showing like an exit, though. Yeah, so... Oh, is that our building to the left? Oh, squirrel. Sorry, finish the story. I get into the AMC parking lot, and good thing it was empty. There's a little tight because there's a couple light poles there because, you know, it's not built for trucks in that front part. So, I had room to turn around. Again, it was tight, but there was a tree that I heard scrape my hood, my roof. So I went under it slowly because I knew I couldn't avoid it. But I put myself in that situation, which I was a fucking dum-dum for not paying attention as close as I should have been. Why did I just pause that entire sentence? Because I'm an idiot. Look at that flag just waving. Oh, baby, red, white, and blue just flying in its glory. This is a weird intersection. This is a weird exit off-ramp. Now we're going to come up here, judging by the map, we got a roundabout to go through. We want to go to Suite 200. DKW. So we're going to slow so we see some signs. I'm taking this whole thing as 101 Feldspar Drive. That's why I'm going to take it until I'm shown otherwise. I don't see any signage. I don't know what that logo means. That's 101. Okay, that I saw 101 on that glass of that door. Good thing it's not a very busy intersection right now because I can take all this room that I need, or that I want rather. This says Warehouse Drive right here. Okay, that's 101. Big old 101. Dial Solutions is that logo, okay. That's not what we want. Okay, so 101 is the road we're on. We want Suite 200. I'm looking for DKW Logistics. Do I see a sign about anything indicating DKW? See, that's 101. You know what? Let's just go in here. This is all 101, and see if this is divided up into a couple. Is this the entry? Okay, this is the entry gate. 101 Feldspar is right here. But I feel like it'd be a separate building, wouldn't it? Well, maybe not. I don't know. We're going to drive through here until we see. Maybe it's cut off by sections. Oh, there's another section over there with a fence dividing it, so that's probably 200 over there. Let me see some numbers on the door, please. Numbers, words, something. That's the one big problem we have out here in the industry is nobody is labeled correctly or clearly. But I've seen nothing but a bunch of containers and unconnected trucks here. So I'm going to assume that next lot over there, you see where those trucks are being loaded in docks? I'm going to assume it's probably where I need to be. So I'm going to go ahead and do a UE right here. Because I have the room to do it. We'll go back out and go to the other end of the road and see. I don't know, maybe this guy can help me. Is this DKW here? Or is that the other side? Thank you, man. Yep, our process of elimination mindset was correct. He just shook his head no and pointed to the other side. I was like, okay, dokie. Then again, for all I know, maybe he didn't understand the thing I was talking about. But he's a brother. I would assume he's American. Then again, you know what the first three letters of assume are? Alright, whatever. Ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-boo-boo. Are you gonna put some lead in that foot there, buddy, or what? Come on now. You're going like two. Alright, you're fucking croc clawing, and I don't like it. Croc clawing? Clock crawling. But if I'd have jumped out in front of you, then guess what? I would have been the asshole. Come on, you stupid ass. Maddie Transportation, Palm Coast, Florida. Get out of my way. I got shit to do. You've already done your shit. But I ain't, because you got a padlock on your trailer. So, obviously, you've got your shit. Now I gotta get my shit. This is trucking, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta figure shit out. Is that an entrance gate? Yep. Oh, look at that. DKW Logistics right there on the freaking entrance. That's a little green sign right there. It'd be nice to have one back here on that daggone business board where it's, you know, and it announces names and such. Alright, so where is driver check-in? That's the question now. I'm going to assume those stairs over there. Oh, I can't because there's a fence right there. We got to go to the right. Kawasaki Utility Vehicles. Sure, yeah. Surely I'm not delivering UTVs, am I? I don't know what the hell my thing and Bobber said. I don't remember. Ronnie, am I taking your job? Hey, they got a porta shitter. Of course they do. Which means that's all we have out here for us to use. Where's the check-in door? Doo-dah, doo-dah. Where's the check-in door? Well, you know what? Let's go over here. We'll park it. So we don't block the roadway. Oh, doo-doo-dah day. Let's pull up a little bit, get our trailer clear. And do a big old U-ey. Do-doo-dah day. Doom-dum-dum-dum. Straighten it out. Oh, look at that. Couldn't get that spot lined up more perfectly. And straight, 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 straight. There we go. Perfectly in the middle of the spot. Back, 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 and poof. There we go. Now, let's figure out where the hell the jack-in is. So as I was walking across the lot, trying to find something about check-in, I heard some guy yell at me from a dock. He said, technically you should see someone down there where you came in. I'm like, well, there wasn't nobody there. I was like, there ain't no signs, ain't nothing. I said, where's the office? He went, well, technically we don't have an office. I'm like, well, that makes it fun for everybody, don't it? I said, it turns into a game after that. No signage, nowhere to go. He just kind of chuckled. And he said, where are you going? I said, Morristown, New Jersey. My load says a bunch of plastic, but I see crates that says motorcycles and all kinds of stuff, so I don't really know what I'm getting. Supposed to be 26,000 pounds, whatever it is. But he said, okay, just hang out there and we'll get you when we get you. Okay, so I just sit in my truck and you'll let me know. He said, yep. I was like, okay. So, it's noon. Now we wait. All right, 1:34. We're heading out. I decided to take the I took the normal route and accepted tolls. It's going to be 11 and a half hours, but I'm taking the 12 and a half hour one to avoid that estimated $43 in tolls. But I'm going to, I'm knocking out 324 miles today. I'm going to go to the Kinley truck stop, which will be there about 6:40 or so, depending on all the crap. And then we'll do a reset. We'll do a reset tonight. It's kind of the idea. I might go to Kinley. I mean, I've been saying it for the past couple of days. I'm going to go ahead and go to Kinley. But will I go to Kinley? I don't know. Probably. There's a beacon there. Oh, you know what I can do? You know that extra $600 that I finally got paid today? I can get blue washed because blue ain't been washed in a while. And I did look at the my hood, my roof, you know, about that tree damage, and I'm hoping the scratches that I see are just because it's scraped off a lot of dirt. I'm hoping it's not as bad as it looks. But you know what? It is what it is. Blue's a work truck. He's going to have scars. It's just going to happen. So, all right, we're going to hit 95 and head north and get to freaking Jersey. Me going to Jersey of all people. So we stopped at this Love's in, where the hell am I? Sumter? I'm in South Carolina. I'm north of I-26. Where the hell am I? I'm right here. That Love's right there. Where am I? Somerton, South Carolina. That's where I'm at. Somerton. I couldn't hold it no more. I had to go. So while I was here, I went ahead and grabbed a McRib from McDonald's. So I have a little hack. If you go to a place that has a McDonald's and you don't want to wait in their line, as you're pulling the lot or as you're parking or before you walk in or whatever, go into the app. It'll automatically tell you where you're at and choose walk-in. Place your order through the app. That's what I did. Went inside, used the restroom, went to the ATM, got a little bit of cash out. I ain't had no cash on me in a little while, and I occasionally like to try to do something nice for people, right? So I got some cash out, and then I went and checked their laundry facilities. They're good here. 2 nice big washers, 4 dryers, which that never makes sense to me, because most you go to these places, they got like 2 washers and 4 dryers. Here's the problem. I mean, here's the other thing that's backwards with me. If that washer was big enough to do, like, I don't know, a big load, and then you have to use 2 dryers to dry them, that would make sense. But these washers are usually so small, you have to use like 2 washers, but both of those wash loads can fit in 1 dryer because the dryers are so damn big. So why not have double of washers and half the dryers instead of having double the dryers and half the washers? Or have them equal anyway, at least. Like, Lord have mercy. So I'm going to use both those washers. I would use both those washers. So anyway, after I got the ATM, walked around, went to check the laundry facility, I walked over into the McDonald's and got my boot. Well, I was planning on getting my food, but I had to wait there for like 10 minutes because it was a shit show. So by the time I got it, came back to the truck. So I'm pulled like right here at the building, right in front of the fuel island. Ate my McRib. I'm in the middle of watching KO's my first glass load to a 22-story condo on the beach video. And it's members only, so if you're not a member, you're not going to be able to see it early. You'll see it probably in about a week when it gets released to everybody else. Halfway through it, right now he's just now leaving Wisconsin. But I was looking at the thing. I'm 600 miles from delivery. Actually, less than that if I go the other way. I haven't decided yet. But what I have decided is this is a nice location. Great washer. I'm not going to Kenley. I'm going to go ahead and just do my reset here. I like Love's truck stops. I prefer them. Good showers. There's even a Speedco here in case I decide to get a PM done, which I need one. I'm past due where I like to be. I like doing them at 30. Now they offer them $400. When I was getting my tires and stuff changed the other day, I asked them, "What's that $400 PM?" I was like, well, because I said full PM. I was like, "What's a full PM include?" He said everything. I was like, "Well, for $400?" He went, "Yes, but it's the Love's oil." I was like, "Well, my truck uses a synthetic, the 5W stuff." He said, "Yeah." He said, "That's what I use too." He said, "So if you want to use that, then you're going to be looking right around $650 to $700. I'm like, "Well, that's what I've been paying anyway." So if you're going to go get a $400 oil change from Love's or a PM from Love's, just know it's their oil, their brand of oil, which is not, if your truck requires synthetic, which mine does. Some of you are going to say, "Oh, that's synthetic, that's bullshit." Listen, I'm going by what the manufacturer says I should use in my truck, okay? I'm going to follow my manufacturer's advice versus anybody else. For now, anyway. Maybe one day I might change my mind about that. But you know what? If I do what the manufacturer says and something breaks, guess what? It's their fault. If I decide their advice or their recommendation is shit and I do something that breaks, it's my fault. But I might do a PM while I'm here. I really need to. And it wouldn't take me long to do it. But I also want those 4 damn drive tires swapped out, which is why I have a maintenance account and a reserve account through Mercer. My maintenance account just got wiped out. Well, not wiped out, half of it. Because remember, I spent $2,800 on those damn 4-drive axles just a couple months ago, so that knocked me down to about 2. And I was almost at 3 when I did this work done. That was like almost 15. So now I'm down to about 15. I can do a PM for 7, so that knocked me down to 7 again if I did it. But I can hold off a few more weeks, get those tires out of my maintenance account. But I've got enough in my reserve to where I can do a PM. That's why I have that reserve. That extra reserve, so I can have extra maintenance money, basically, or fund money, whichever one of it happens first. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and stay here at this Love's in Summerton, South Carolina. By the time you see this, it'll be Sunday. I'll be back on the road, so we won't be missing a day at all, because yesterday wound up being missed because of the failed upload. I did a live last night just as a filler. I might do it live this weekend. I don't know. Yeah, so that's going to be it for now. I appreciate you hanging out with me. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to do laundry. And I'm going to clean the truck, do my normal weekly stuff. I might even get a pair of clippers from Walmart. You might, next time you see me, all this stuff might be gone. I'm talking bare, shaven, bald, no hair at all. No one's ever seen me on this YouTube channel, I don't think, without a beard. What do you think? Should I do it? Should I go beardless? One time, shave it down to the skin. We'll see. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. I appreciate all the support, guys. I do. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good night. I'll see you on the next video. Well, I guess I'll see you tomorrow, which, yeah. Have a good night, y'all.